All right, what's up, guys? Let's get into it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get ready for Friday, January 2nd, the levels that we are going to watch. Let's start off with the Mag 7, QQQ, SPY, SMH. We'll hit Mag 7, and then we will go over the stocks that we are going to trade. So looking into it, getting started here. Right off the bat, starting into 2026, we are starting to reject this $625 level. It doesn't mean we're bearish yet, but it's just something we have to be aware of, that QQQ needs to get above these levels. It is rejecting, went all the way down to 614 at the close of bell yesterday. So something we are keeping an eye on. When you zoom in closer on the 1 month, it is easier to visualize that we have been rejecting this 625. So shorts up until we get up above this. So if we get above this, you're looking for the rejections and then pushing lower. Support level is going to be at this $600 level. So we will have to watch that on the Qs. Moving over to the SPY now. Looking at the SPY, it's a very similar story, just not as dramatic. QQQ is going to be more volatile than SPY. But look right here, you have SPY retesting very close to those highs of $700 or S&P 7,000, however you want to call it. Basically, we are rejecting the 691. I'm really watching this level right up in here at the 688. 688 is pulling back. We had that rejection down to 680. Anything down to 670, I would be interested in buying with these levels. Continuing to pay attention to this. I think what's going to lead the way, be the strong catalyst here, is SMH. SMH, if you look on the max chart, obviously is at the moon at $375 per share. But when you zoom in on the 3 month, it tells a little bit of a different story. You have rejections here at 371 rejection. You have another 374 rejection. And now we are consolidating in this area. I want to see if this level is actually something to hold here, because you do have a few points of interjection here, but we are trading right here. So let's see, will we pull back to about $358 per share, consolidate and push higher to get back up to this retest zone of 374? Pay attention to your big chip stocks like NVIDIA, and we're gonna break down a few of those right now. So let's start breaking down the individual stocks. Let's get into the levels, and I'm gonna go over some of the trade ideas as we go through this, okay? So pay attention, get your coffee, enjoy the video. So looking here at NVIDIA, we know we have rejections at $200 per share. Pulling back to 170 is our range. So that's our range right now, trading NVIDIA. Right now, it is just sitting, waiting to get out of this zone. But near-term resistance is that 192. No trades on these guys. Looking at AVGO, we're gonna let NVIDIA just continue to play out. As we move over to AVGO, I think it tells a little bit of a different story here. AVGO is interesting to me because we've been talking about this all week. I've been posting this on the YouTube members only videos for this. They have been waiting for this breakout of $353, which we rejected all last week right here, rejected again right there, rejection again right here. AVGO has been very difficult when you think about it, because I've been waiting to go long on this, but I've been telling the YouTube members and telling the people in my WAP that have joined the community, we're not buying AVGO unless we get above this 353 level. And as you can see yesterday, it just rejected at 350 and now rejecting at 340. It doesn't mean the move is over, but I'm just definitely aware that 345 is really the kind of last leg of support here before I could see potential more downside coming on these guys. So we have to be cautious here. Let's see if we break this 345. If we go lower, that's okay. It just kind of means our long position is invalid now, because I do believe we need to hold this 345, push up above 350, and then we can make that move to 362. What seems to be the case right now, which we'll see, is will we get the rotation of money moving out of the semis, maybe AVGO, even though it's got all these 500 weight targets, and push down below into this region around 333. If we can get to 333, I would definitely like that for AVGO. But let's watch that 345 level in the meantime. Now let's go over Apple stock. We're looking at Apple. Now, to me, this is just taking year-end profits, and that makes sense. I mean, I'm looking on a 5-year chart. You can tell Apple stock has went up all the way to $288, all the way up here, which is pretty great. So if you think about it, it's okay. We're getting a little bit of pullback. We want pullbacks on Apple where we'd even consider positions. around 250 if you're dollar cost averaging in. For me, I'm not waiting for that. I'm going to be very patient. I'm probably not going to hold Apple in the YouTube portfolio for a very long time. I'm going to wait for the pullbacks coming back to these 200 to 225 levels. But right now, it's just something that I keep an eye on. I like to own Apple, not day trade it. And it's just one of those stocks. It's not volatile enough for me. Looking at Tesla stock rejected that 500. And overall, I mean, you look at this stock, we had a beautiful recovery from 488 down to 215. Now, what we are doing, if you look in at the 6-month chart, is we toe touched this $500 share level, and then we rejected below to 450. What I don't like about this is we have rejections at these levels at 470. So 470 was a rejection point, and to me, that's the worrisome part. Let me just bring up the drawing tool so you can see. You rejected at 470, rejected at 470, rejected at 470. And now what I'm not liking is you are seeing it reject again on the closer target here at $470 per share. Consolidation now rejecting down. We got to see what happens here. Are we going to continue floating lower from 450? Maybe we push down to the 416, which is that major zone. So it's something that we're gonna have to wait moving into 2026 and see what levels we go from there. So now we have Meta stock trading here. Interesting levels here, $660. It hit those highs up here at 670. We called this out when it sold off about 3 months ago to 579. We've been holding shares. We bought them in the long-term portfolio. But we are watching here. If we get a retest of this $638 level, that would be interesting. I'm definitely interested for that. 638, right around this zone. I want to see, are we going to get that pullback? Because when you zoom in on the 1 month, it is clear as day that we are starting to reject 660. We just broke this level. It's going to have to hold 650. That might get some psychological support moving in there. Something that you should be paying attention to on Meta stock. Looking at Google stock, we're not trading it. We own them at 160. We continue to just hold long term. We have them up here. For us, this is a no-brainer. We just sit on our shares and hope it continues to go to the moon. I'm not day trading Google stock. I'm up over 100% on them. Now, let's move over to Amazon. Amazon is a stock that I think is one of those stocks that could have potential to be a breakout for 2026. I just feel like they are itching. In the last 5 days, they've been trying to get above this $233 level. I'm going to show up on the 1 month so you can see it. It's been trying to get above this 233. It's evident right here. You had your sell-off at this 233, massive rejection down to 227, and it's been trying to recover ever since, but it just can't get above it. So we'll have to wait and see. Waiting for this position to get above 233. Once it gets above 233, forms that wall. Nice little consolidation, boom, to the moon with Amazon. Just have to be patient. We're entering 2026. Maybe that will be the year for them to break out to new highs. Oracle stock is interesting. It is continuing to go on this downtrend. I'm waiting for them to go all the way down to $130 per share. Everybody thinks I'm crazy when I say this in the comments, but they have to prove it in their earnings. And right now they are hemorrhaging money. They literally have put in so much money into OpenAI that, in my opinion, I just want to see them sell off to at least 125. Then I can take a position long term. You had this sell off from 320 all the way down, 225 rejection. Now, if we can reject this 200, that would be huge, and then start making that move back down, break that lows of 180, and then go from there. Now, let's go to UNH stock. You guys know I bought this stock earlier in the year in April when it was down to $230. We were picking up shares from 260 all the way up to 300. We've been continuing to hold shares of them in the long-term portfolio. You'll see it in the YouTube channel or also in the WAP if you join. So looking here, let's see if they can hold this $330 level. It doesn't look like it. If we pull back, I will be scooping up some shares at $322 for the long term. That would be nice. UNH is something I'm definitely watching. I want to move over to BM&R. This is a popular stock within the WAP. A lot of the members like it. I tried warning them a little bit. I was just thinking, like, this just looks like a pump and dump. When it went to 160, they're doing a lot of moves with ETH, and they all love BMR stock. But I think what we need to do is just be aware that if this level breaks $24 per share, it's going to get ugly. And that's why I've been trying to give them a heads up, because I don't really see much support here. When you zoom in on this, you have $27, And the high that it had here was around $22. So I could potentially see maybe BMR retesting $20 if it cannot find its footing. Now, will this happen? Definitely. I have no idea. We'll see. We're going to give it time, let the chart play out, and that's how we're going with it. So $27, watch that $24 support. If you do break that, then maybe we get a level there. Something to keep an eye out for that as well, okay? Next, Netflix stock. We're looking at Netflix here. Netflix, if you look at it on the 5-year chart, has pulled back drastically, but it's really not that bad of a pullback if you put things into perspective. If you owned this stock a few years ago, from 134 down 30% to $93. We're waiting for that support level to pull back around $86 to $85 per share. That would be nice. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold has been on a tear, went to 418, pulling all the way back to 396. I want to see, will we retest $390 per share? You have support levels on gold at these levels. So just to zoom it in for you guys, for the newer traders, right there is your rejection. You have a rejection right here, rejection right there, and another rejection right here. So what do you think is going to happen when it gets to this level? It's going to find support. So 390 is going to be consolidating, whether you're buying shares, buying calls, and I'm going to be looking for that push up. So interesting play on GLD. And then looking at silver, silver is starting to pull back. I want to see this completely reject here. You have basically a lower high here. So you started here at $73, lower high to $70, and now let's see if we get any dead cat bounce here at this level of 64, or are we just going to start fading? So that will be interesting to see. I'm going to be watching silver as we go through. Now looking at BBAI stock, we made a video on this, so please look through my YouTube channel, watch all my videos, and support the channel, become a member, join the WAP, exactly. So here we go. So the BBAI, we have right here is trading at $5.40. I'm going to be waiting on them. I want to see if they pull back a little bit more. I'll be watching that $4.70, but right now it has broken that trend line of support. Let's get into another stock that's very popular within the WAP. We have Open Technologies. So this company, I think they have earnings coming out soon, if I'm not wrong. We $6 rejecting right now. It's going to be potentially trading from the $6 to $5 range. You obviously, looking at this chart, can see $4.86 is your low right here. So you definitely need to be aware. I'd be watching for potential rejections here. If it cannot get support at $6 per share, look that consolidation, potentially shorting it lower. If you can get above that $6, then we can look for a long position, but it's got to get above that level for us. Something to think about. All right, guys. PayPal stock has been dead. This stock needs like resuscitation real bad. It is literally about to retest new lows, which is at $50 per share. So we're just gonna put this down here. That $50 per share is definitely the last line, the last leg of support when it comes to when it comes to PayPal. So definitely pay attention to that if you are watching that, guys.